It says we're now broadcasting. Oh God, excuse me. It says it's live. Here we are. And where's the here it is. Just trying to find it. Right, hello there. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the late thingy. I was just trying to type it up on our Facebook page. Give me a few secs. Put the YouTube link in the chat. There we go. Right, we should be good. Posting. Right, perfect. Right then, so here we go. Yep, hello. Shadow's in the chat. Good day, lads. How you doing, Shadow? Hope you have a good race tonight, or 3 races tonight. Anyway, this is season 17 again. We start the second half of the season of the BTCC Championship. I am Sean. Joining me back again in the booth is Liam McEwen. How are you doing tonight then, Liam?
I'm good. Back to be in this spot rather than in the car, but yeah, new track for us. Should be hopefully an exciting bunch of races.
Well, we hope so, yeah. Before we talk about the track here, what on earth were you doing in race 1 last week?
To put it in simple terms, as you can see, Schouler's name tag is AXR Group. I race as part of AXR. I'm not a permanent driver, so it's not my points. So, just trying to help Rob out, but he didn't want it.
Yeah, because you nearly lost the win to Clemens, because he was close to as well.
Yeah, I was trying to do my part as an AXR driver.
Oh, well, there you go then. Right, so, because I was confused by it all. Anyways, talk about this track. You said this is a brand new track for these drivers, never raced at Bathurst before. It's not really a lot of overtaking opportunities around here, you know, especially going up and down the mountain. It's just pretty much a one-lane groove around this track, but realistically, out of over 20 plus corners we got on this track, there's only like 4 real corners to overtake around here.
Yeah, I mean, you could try it up into turn 1 or up, so you sort of turn 2, 3, maybe down at Forest's Elbow, maybe through the Chase, and maybe the final corners. You've got 4 or 5 opportunities. You're brave to do it up or down the hill, because that's just sort of a one-line procession, unless you're very, very brave.
Yeah, and you know, especially going up and down the mountain, there's not a lot of runoff area, because if you want to slightly ride, you'll be going to be tasting a bit of concrete, and that's not good for the cars on this track. So, you know, such a historic track, this Mount Panorama. Looking forward to it. Anyway, the points then coming into this race, going to the drivers' points. So Edwards' very decent Catalunya last week has put him up to an 11-point lead over defending champion Chris Clements in the BMW. Then McIntosh sitting third on 112. I hope I said sitting right and not the other word I was saying now. McIntosh in third on 112. Ethan Graham on 108, so still pretty close between the top 4. Then you've got another 11-point gap to Rob Schouler on 97. Volbrecht, who had a pretty decent Catalunya, sits on 93. Jay Hardy, who's not going to be here tonight, sits on 91 points, which is he has been replaced by this guy, a new guy, Nicholas Cook from New Zealand. Have you ever had a New Zealand racer in the FTR before?
In some of the other leagues, I think we have. It might be a first time for the touring cars, though.
Okay, yeah. So hopefully Nicholas Cook will look pretty good there. He was about 700 slower than McIntosh's time, so yeah, so he's definitely got some pace in the Honda, so hopefully he will get some good points for the team. Also welcoming back into the championship is Jeffrey Vestenborg. I hope I've said that name right. Just a one-off meeting. And he is the teammate for Nicholas Cook. But like I said, that's just a one-off meeting for Jeffrey. But if people let him win one of the races, he'll probably come back next week, hopefully. Oh, we might get another racer, because we might have Ewan Lloyd, hopefully. So that'd be good to see Ewan Lloyd back again. Anyway, I'll continue on with the drivers' points then. So Jay Hardy on 91. Then you've got Leon Welsh on 79, tied with Adam Piper, who's not had the best of consistencies, has Adam Piper. Usually we see him a bit further up and not down there in ninth place in the standings. But I also heard he is still sick. He's actually got malaria, which is a very shame.
According to him.
Yeah, according to him, yes. So, yeah, terrible news there. So, yeah, Piper says on 79, Liam New on 68. Ewan Lloyd, if he is coming, he's on 58. And Ash Sharp, who, again, struggling this season. Hopefully, it will turn around. That's the wrong person. Hopefully, it will turn around for Ash Sharp. We want to see Ash do very, very well as he's sort of like hibernating at Hell Corner there. So, we want to see Ash get a win. I want to see him get one tonight, or get at least a good performance. Teams Championship, though, very, very close there. The Vodafone Nissan Racing team are on 205 points. They lead the way, only 4 points ahead of Graham and Volbrecht, the team Ford Mondeo. Then in third place is Max Power Racing Team Dynamics of Clements and Piper on 198. So there's only 7 points separating first to third in that. Very close. Vauxhall Motorsport, which has pretty much been Lewis Edwards, just carrying the team itself on 143. Excuse me. Then you've got this team that we're looking at from Sharp, the Nescafe Blend, Williams Renault on 135. They are 9 points ahead of the Volvo team, which you drove last week to a victory, somewhat. And then you've got Team Honda Sport on 105. But we've got now both drivers, and no Jay Hardy, but we've got Nicholas Cook and Jeffrey Weissenborg back in the championship. So, yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Like you said at the start, you know, first time for these drivers racing on the BTCC. There's going to be loads of mistakes being made. This could be either exciting or even more exciting. I couldn't think of what to say then.
Yeah, it's a very tight, very narrow, very tricky track in general. The mountain section is one of the toughest in the game. As the guys seem to be having a sing-along in the game chat.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a bit of a Beatles sing-along.
That's way too before my time.
Well, it's before my time, but I still know the song. Oh, and Adam's complaining again. That's his illness playing through. That's the malaria coming out of him. Yeah, this is going to be really fun to see these cars out on track here. What was actually kind of funny was the fact that Ed was saying, "Oh, I hate this track," and yet he was well, it did say he was half a second quicker than the next guy in second, but that was shortened down to, I think it was like 0.2 of a second. So Liam's just started the. Yeah, Charles has confirmed that Adam Piper does have malaria. That's, here we go. So here we go. Qualifier then, 5 minutes. Pretty much just a one-lap shootout, really. It's going to be an absolute mad dash for everyone coming out the pits. There's a look there at the whole garage there from the scenery. That was a nice camera angle there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really spectated the start of a quali round here, but it's a good angle.
Yeah, well, that was quite a nice angle. Indeed they are. So out the cars go. And looks like we've got a good amount of set of numbers there. There's Malaria Man, just the last one to come out. And he is on the medium. So we'll go through the drivers then. So Wiesenborg he's on the Super Softs. There's a look then at second place. Chris Clements, a much needed good performance here. But, you know, Edwards again looking unstoppable here tonight. Schauler on the softs. Volbrecht on the softs. Edwards sliding his way out of the cutting. It looks like a lot of drivers go opting for the soft tyres. So I think, to my knowledge, only Piper is on the set of mediums. He's getting the medium tyres out of the way. Yeah, only Piper using a set of mediums in the first race. That would be the first of his two allocated set of mediums, as he's just having a battle there with Ash Sharp in the process.
He probably knows this is going to be a weak round for him, so he may as well get the race ones out the way.
Yeah, it could be a smart strategy there, although just looking at the tyre table there, a lot of drivers have already got rid of the medium tyre compound in race 1. Ethan Graham, the two Forbendale drivers, Ash Sharp has got rid of his 2 tyres in race 1, Edwards has got rid of his 2 tyres, and Wiesenborg as well. And all the rest of them have got 1, maybe 2. Again, also no Leon Welsh. Hope everything is okay with Leon. Just noticed as well in the chat that he's not racing. So hope everything is all right with Leon. And hopefully we'll see him back out again next week for the penultimate round at Blue Moon Infield A. So Chris Clements is going to be the first to complete the lap as he makes his way out of Murray's Corner to start the first timed lap. Then you've got the sort of hometown boy Nicholas Cook sitting in second. And then in third place will be Rob Schauler, followed by Volbrecht. Much needed performance here from Twan. He's sitting quite low in the points compared to where he was last season. Obviously driving a BMW now to a Mazda this season. Hasn't really equipped well so far in him, but he has had some podium finishes in the car. Let's ride on board with him as he makes his way into Griffin's turn 2. Brake about the 100-metre board into third gear, into turn 2, and now into the cutting. And he's getting a good tow there from the back of Schauler's Nissan. And now this is the cutting and gets very close to the back of the BMW. Rob will not like that. He'll be cursing again in the chat. Well, the other chat that we're in. And now this is where it's just a one-lane groove. You go up the mountain here. This is Old Quarry, then down into Reed, into Solman, and then into McPhillamy, turn 10. Again, there's a really nasty bump on the outside. Schauler very careful not to hit the curb out of that corner, because that is pretty much an auto-spin curb. Now into the S's, into Skyline. And you can see just how tricky, tight and narrow this track is as Schauler just scrapes the wall. He'll be cursing yet again. Now down into Forest's Elbow. Really, really like sharp, like downhill. And then onto the longest straight in Australian motorsports, the Conrod straightaway. And then you go over the brow of the hill. There's a little pavement on the left-hand side. Drivers will use that tarmac. Here it comes right about now, which you can see their Cook is doing. Volbrecht not really using it. Now into the chase. Brake about just about the 125 metres. Back down into third gear. That's 21, and then that's turn 22. And then the last corner is Murray's Corner. I think Tron will take this in second gear. Braking about the 75 metres there. Yeah, second gear. Catching up to Cook 2 in the Honda. And there you go. So there's the time there set by Clements of 2:11.0. But Tron has already beaten that by 0.6 of a second.
Yeah, it was good timing for Twan because of Schauler's mistake. He kind of got him out of the way sort of halfway through the hill section, so he didn't have the dirty air, but he didn't want it, and he had a tow for the first and last sectors.
It looks like everyone is going to be doing another lap. Here's a look then at Westerbork, returning to the championship, sits 11th, 11 seconds off the pace, so a 2:21 for him, so hopefully he will improve, definitely. Lewis Edwards, though, down there in 10th place with a 2:16. Now, he was the fastest.
Maybe he had traffic.
Yeah, maybe had traffic or scraped the wall a few times there, but he was fastest in practice by like nearly half a second, so that'd be quite unusual to see Edwards there down at the back of the pack, but he's got some clean air now. He's got no one in front of him, no one behind him. Well, he's got Liam New just ahead, just out of Quarry that was. And hopefully Liam is not going to distract Lewis here, but I mean there is still plenty of space though for Lewis to improve. 6 seconds off the pole time. So give you a rundown then. It is Volbrecht with the pole, followed by that is McIntosh in second, Graham in third. So it's a Forbendale 1-3, then Clements in fourth. The new guy in I was going to say Natasha, but it's not Natasha. Cook in fifth, followed by Schauler, who did make a mistake that lap. He's in sixth, New in seventh, Sharp in eighth, Piper in ninth on the mediums, and he's sliding his way out of the S's, scrapes the wall, slides the rear yet again, gets it back going. So Piper's having a fun time driving the car.
Edwards is going to have to have a hell of a last sector to take pole. He was way down and had a terrible downhill section. He's 8/10 down.
Wow. And this is not good there because he's the championship leader coming at this. Just nearly kisses the grass there on the exit of the chase, using a bit more grass on the exit 21. Now then, Clements improved to second place, so it's not enough though, but Volbrecht improved to half a second quicker than Clements. As McIntosh improves to second. Liam New, what about Edwards? Where does Edwards put his car in? Fourth place. So not too bad there for Lewis. He'll be disappointed though. He was the fastest in practice, but only could set a 2:10.5. He was like 8/10 slower than what he did in practice.
Yeah, and Schauler will be disappointed. He made that mistake in his first lap and he's abandoned his second lap.
So work to do for Schauler. Looks like he's going to be starting 8th on the grid. It looks like he has... Oh, he's just stopped out of the chase. So there you go. So Volbrecht gets his first pole position of the season. So that's a championship point gained for Twan. And that will be 4 different pole winners, I believe, in the four qualifying sessions. Indeed it is. So that's good going there. So this is the first race of 3 around the historic Mount Panorama. It's a side-by-side grid, but Volbrecht has the inside. He's going to take the pole. McIntosh second, Clements, Edwards. 2 championship protagonists on the second row, followed by Graham, who's 4th in the championship, starting 5th. Oh no, sorry, it's Cook, sorry. No, it is Graham. Graham is 5th, then Cook in 6th. Schauler should be 8th. New is in 7th. Oh, it's all topsy-turvy anyway. There's Piper and Wiesenborg in the back of the field. Lights down, away we go then for 7 laps around Mount Panorama. Looks like it was a good start there from, that was Cook. Cook trying to thread the eye of the needle, going into Hill Corner. And Clements is found away by Tron. Tron didn't get a good start, and the power of the BMWs then first and second with their super rear-wheel drive there will get off the line extremely quick. But look at the new guy, Cook, all over the back of the pole sitter as they go down the mountain straight then for the first time. And it is McIntosh from Clements. Edwards didn't get at all a good jump. He's already lost the spot. Oh, there's a bit of contact there from Cook on the back of Volbrecht into the cutting, but no harm, no foul on that. So good, perfect start for McIntosh and for Clements, and a bad one for both Tron and for Edwards.
Edwards has gained a place. It's Graham who's gone backwards from, I think.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it was
4th on the grid to 7th.
Oh, yeah, and also Schauler. Schauler started 8th. He's up to 5th.
Yeah, the BMWs are now the best starting car now that we don't have the Hyundai, so as we see, they've all seemed to jump up.
And look at Edwards, he's all over the back of Schauler as they go through this 1-lane groove now into McPhillamy. Don't touch the auto spin curb around that corner now. Now this is where the difficult bit is these corners, these series of corners right here, especially when you're driving a rear-wheel drive car, the rear will get very loosey-goosey around here.
Yeah, you don't want to be behind a car that crashes. I've come down there many a time to see a car across the road and it gives you the tiniest gap to get through.
So they'll make their way now on to the Conrod straight away. It is still McIntosh with the lead, followed by Clements, followed by Volbrecht, and the rookie, I forgot what his first name is. Nicholas, that was it. Nicholas Cook in 4th place. Then you got Schauler in 5th place. Defending the 5th place then, because here comes Edwards to the inside. Into the chase he goes. They're going to be side by side. And Schauler just about holds on. But will Ethan Graham take advantage there from Edwards' moment out of the chase? They are side by side going down into the last corner. Muddy's corner, that is. Turn 23. It's Vauxhall on the inside, Ford on the outside, and Edwards just holds on to it.
Yeah, it would have been difficult to go around the outside. He has a better run here, but Edwards has the toe.
Not unless if Graham can stick it into L corner, which he doesn't. He sticks in behind, like he says there. Edwards got the toe off of Schauler. Liam New, he's stayed in 8th position. Sharp doing all right in 9th place. Then Wiesenborg, who has improved to 10th place. And there's Adam Piper down in 11th place, the only driver on the mediums who is also still suffering from malaria. As it looks like that is Volbrecht having a look on the inside of Chris Clements. Was there a little bit of contact at the cutting? Possibly, because Volbrecht is trying to go around the outside of Clements. Clements not giving up without a fight, and Volbrecht gets that second spot.
Yeah, I didn't see how that was set up, but yeah, good move to go on the outside there. It's very difficult. Clements was maybe squeezed the tiniest bit, but they got away with it.
Yeah, there was a little touch at the cut at Griffin's, and that just got Clements a little bit crossed up in turn 2, and then Volbrecht just slams the door and seals the deal to take that second spot away from Clements. So there we go. Also, Graham has actually passed Edwards, so Graham is up to 6th, Edwards down to 7th. And this is going to make the championship a little bit closer there. There was 11 points separating Edwards to Clements. Clements is now 3rd, Edwards is 7th. And you've got McIntosh, who was only 2 points away from Clements as well. So he's taking full advantage of this. If you can get the fast slap, that's another championship point. The championship's going to be very close coming into the second race.
And Clements has a run on Volbrecht here.
He does indeed. And he goes down to the inside, up the Conrod straightaway, over the brow of the hill, and that BMW's got so much pace. Yeah, so second place back again for Clements.
This is going to help McIntosh. He can just do his thing, and if these two fight, they'll hold themselves up and potentially bring Cook and maybe Schouler and, well, Edwards is back through, but Graham's back on the inside.
Oh, so right then on board, yeah, side by side then into Muddy's corner, and Ethan, the season 15 champ, still holds on to that 6th position, but they keep battling. It's going to allow Liam New to catch up, and we know what New and Ethan's battles have been like. It's been always arduous. It's always, held on to it there, Liam. It's always been a bit of contact with Ethan Graham and Liam New. They were former teammates when Ethan won his one and only championship, but there's definitely no love lost between these two former teammates now that they are in different teams.
And it seems we know what happened to Piper. He's not happy with Westenborg. It seems like Westenborg has had him off and not waited.
And looks like Tron had a little mistake at Griffin's, because he may have lost 3rd place to Nicholas Cook here. Yeah, I think Volbrecht tried to go around the outside at Griffin's and it didn't work. May have just clipped the barrier, and I think Cook is now up into 3rd spot. No, he doesn't. But there's now daylight between Clements to Volbrecht now, 1.2 seconds.
Yeah, Volbrecht got back on Cook, but the move was pretty forceful. He sort of fired his car in and sort of shoved Cook out of the way.
So then McIntosh still leads the way. Fastest lap though set to the rookie Nicholas Cook with a 2 minute 10, 4.56. It's right on board now with Schouler. Started 8th, he's up to 5th. He's got 4th and 3rd in his sights. Potentially 2nd place too. Now, no, I thought he was lost a bit of time. Anyway, back on board with Schouler. And he's in the toe of Cook. Up the straightaway yet again. Have a look then at the back of it. It looks like Edwards is all over the back of Ethan Graham's Ford Mondeo as well. And he pulls out to the right. But Ethan just holds on to it. It goes back in the toe. Now then, what's Nicholas going to do? He's going to defend 4th place then. Schouler around the outside of the chase, which will make it to the inside. How he shortcut the grass. There's a little bit of contact there, and off goes Cook. Off goes the rookie Cook. And, I mean, I would say Schouler was... I mean, the move was on, but he just gave he just gave Cook no room at all.
Well, the advantage for Schouler there is he is good friends with Cook. I don't know if they will be after that one, potentially.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So that's a shame then for the rookie Cook. He's down in P8, but he can cope up with the best runners up there. So we'll see how his way out through the order will be. We'll just keep an eye out on that, though. But meanwhile, the lead... 1 second now between McIntosh to Clements. So Clements is starting to close out. Fastest lap now set to Ethan Graham in 5th place. And he's actually catching up to Schouler in the Nissan.
Yeah, I think Edwards gave him a bump draft on the last lap, whether intentional or accidental, but that would have helped on his way to fastest lap. Probably working together to get towards Schouler and Volbrecht.
And then they're going up the infamous Mountain of Mount Panorama, as you see the words there on the left side. Just look how flowing this track is. Slightly down, then slightly a bit up. Nasty bump coming here with McPhillamine. Right there. Could upset the car a little bit, especially from the rear. Oh, careful, Schouler. Don't want to touch that curb. And now down into the S's, into Skyline. Yeah, Showler looks a bit tentative around that bit, and look, Ethan's got to run now. Can he make the move going into the Forest Elbow? Showler losing the rear yet again, and that's P4 for Ethan. Forced a mistake, and that's now 4th place for Ethan.
But Showler now is the toe, so he could potentially fight back and might actually work in his favour overall.
And Edwards could get a double toe out of the pair of them. Oh, they're going to go 3 abreast. They're going to go 3 wide into the chase. What is Edwards going to do? He just gave Ethan a little tap. Now then, who's going to be late braking? Is it Showler? Showler taking an awful lot of care. Does exactly the same the last lap, but took out Cook. But this time he was a bit behaved. And Ethan did well to avoid that there. But it's allowed Edwards to go into 5th place now. With the mistake from Showler, what he did to Graham.
Something must happen to Clements. He's now back fighting with Volbrecht, 2 seconds off McIntosh.
Oh, yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't know what lap time that Clements must have done there, but
11.4
to 11.4, and Volbrecht has hit the fast lap of the race of a 2:10.0. So Volbrecht is on a charge now. He wants to get that win. But I mean, there's only like, what, 3 laps to go. But side by side, all the way down the mountain straight away. Clements does have the inside, though. And he will hold on to 2nd place. Now, meanwhile...
Showler's gone wide.
Oh, yeah, Showler did go wide. And that enabled Ethan Graham back up into P5.
Yeah, Edwards and Graham both got him, so now they're going to have their own fight.
Yeah, Edwards run just missed the apex out of the cutting, and Ethan took the line a lot better than Edwards. So look at them; they've been pretty much nose to tail this whole first race. These two former teammates as well, former teammates of many seasons of when Edwards got those 3 championships. Oh, Edwards losing the rear again. This got the curb at McPhillamy, but he just holds on to it.
They didn't qualify where they want to, so they have to work together. Meanwhile, Volbrecht and Clements are still going at it, and it looks more and more likely of a McIntosh win the longer they do this.
And this will be McIntosh's... it should be his second... No, it won't be his second win. It will be his 3rd win of the season. My apologies. Yeah, 3rd win of the season, potentially.
And now Showler has interest from New behind over 6th place. New bump draft.
Oh! Yeah, New decides to bump draft Showler. Showler's lost a lot of ground then to Ethan Graham and Edwards. 1.4 the gap is now. Let's see how the rookie doing is Nicholas Cook. He's now nearly 6 seconds off the pace now. So Nicholas, after that moment that he had out of that corner there, has kind of lost momentum. And Sharp is there in 9th place, followed by Wiesenborg. Yeah, he did. He just went on ghosted. So let's have a look at replay, see what happened. So this will be a fast accident.
Have any sympathy?
No, definitely not. So this is coming into the chase. Just the car looked very understeady. Yeah, very understeady out of the chase, and just crashed into the tyre barrier.
And Edwards and Graham are still working together to get towards Volbrecht and Clements.
Oh, Edwards hit the wall very hard out of the cutting. But they are slowly catched up to Clements and Volbrecht just ahead. And again, just look how narrow this track is. So even though Ethan feels like he is the faster driver, he just can't find a way by, just because how narrow this part of the track is.
Yeah, it's just, you can't do it here. I think they don't want to fight right now. I think the focus is on the 2 cars fighting for 2nd and 3rd. And if they don't get them, then they fight.
And I mean, those two have made contact ahead. Clements and Volbrecht, they have made contact early in the race. Meanwhile, just, McIntosh is just having just a casual drive up at the front there. Gap now nearly up to 3 seconds over this battle, which could be potentially 4 cars between Clements, Volbrecht, Graham and Ethan Graham. And I mean, that's also good to see that the top 4 in the championship are running 1st, 2nd, 4th and 5th.
Yeah, they've recovered, because earlier in the race, Edwards and Graham were fighting over 7th and 8th, and it was like, yes, you're fighting each other and your rivals, but your other 2 rivals are all fighting for first and second, so... But they've done the sensible thing and worked together, and you can see where it's got them to. One or both of them might even be on the podium.
Here we go, and then to start the last lap then of race 1, McIntosh still has the lead. Clement still under some severe pressure pretty much the whole entire time, except for that gap where he did pull away into Helgorner then for the last time in race 1. Volbrecht all over the back there. Edwards taking too much speed into Helgorner, but he is just slowly just creeping out of slipstream distance now. Now what does Volbrecht have to do? Because he'll be worried to look in his rearview mirror to see Edwards and Graham actually catching up. He's actually bump drafting Clements now. Oh,
yeah, but I don't think
Clements
Clements quite gets it. Volbrecht, I think, wants to work together to avoid the 2 behind, but Clements is still defending.
And now Edwards is now caught up now, and he's bringing Graham with him too. So now it is a 4-car scrap for the 2nd spot.
Yeah, we could have 3 wide down to the chase.
Oh, but what's Graham going to do? Because, you know, he's got his former teammate ahead of him, and he's got his current teammate that's ahead of him in 3rd.
He might be the one to just sit back, watch it all unfold, and wait for a potentially inevitable crash.
Oh, Graham did! Graham just made it! Oh, yeah, he pushed a bit too hard. And it's like I says, do not touch the curb at McPhillamy, it will upset the car, and that's what he did.
Yeah, if you have any steering lock on as soon as you touch the grass out there, it is auto spin. I think he's lucky he was in a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, definitely. I just thought there that Edwards was thinking about making a look down at the dipper on Volbrecht, but Clements versus Volbrecht now, it's pretty much now a 3-car battle now for the podium spots now. Ethan Graham's definitely out of it because there's only just like 4 corners to go. And again, Clements and Volbrecht now, they're side by side. Volbrecht's got the outside, but it will convert to the inside. That's a smart move. Now, is Edwards going to take full advantage of that as well? No, he doesn't. Volbrecht keeps on there onto the tarmac. That's 2nd place there. So great driving that from Tron, and good amount of patience as well from Volbrecht there to make the move stick. And then onto the last lap there. So here comes McIntosh. He crosses the line. 3rd win of the season then. But Volbrecht, important pass. Or is he going to get 2nd place? Just about by just less than a 10th of a second. Schauler just gets 6th on the line over by Liam New. Edwards gets 4th. Ethan Graham gets 5th position. And now we just wait then for what's his name again? I forgot his first name. Nicholas, that was it. Nicholas Cook then, yes, in 8th place. Sharp in 9th place. I can be happy with that. Wiesenberg returning to the championship in 10th place. And here is Adam Piper there sitting in 11th place. Not too happy. Oh, when is he ever happy? Let's be fair. But there he goes.
He won't be if he's had an incident with Westenborg that wasn't his fault.
Actually, do talk about that incident, because we never seen it on the stream. What actually happened? Do you remember?
I don't know. I just saw that Piper put in a chat that he said a nasty thing about Westenborg about his driving. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. Oh, lovely. Lovely stuff there. So, we will put up the unofficial race results up. Liam will start out the lobby. And I will try and, well, you hang out the results when you've updated the lobby, and then I'll try and sort out the points. I think that is, yeah. And Volbrecht did set the fastest lap, didn't he? Yes, he did. Yes. Right then, so Liam will give you unofficial race results for race 1, and I will sort out the points.
Yeah, just wait for the lobby to load. There we go. So McIntosh, who sort of never really looked back after jumping Volbrecht off the line. Then Volbrecht, who came second, with Clements in third. Edwards and Graham fourth and fifth. They recovered up from their lowly qualifying positions. Well, Edwards more of a lowly qualifying position. Graham didn't have a good start. Schauler, who looked like a podium threat at one point, in at sixth place. New in seventh. Cook, who had that incident with Schauler, down in 8th place. Sharp in 9th. Westenborg in 10th, who supposedly had the incident with Piper, and then the aforementioned Piper in 11th place with 8. Volbrecht fastest lap of a 2:10.0 on lap 4 of the race.
Right then, so I mean, we'll just tot up the championship then now. Just looking here and Volbrecht. Okay, it's looking a bit interesting now. I'll just do the top 6 because, like, no disrespect to Jay because he's not here, and also Ash. I mean, Leon is quite far back as well. So, the top 6 in the championship, as it stands, is that Edwards' lead is slightly diminished to 9 points now. Clements has only gained 2 points out of that. So Edwards is on 143, followed by Chris Clements on 134. McIntosh with that win is now 2 points behind Clements on 132. Ethan Graham still sits in 4th place, but he's now on 119 points. Volbrecht with the 2nd place and the fastest lap, he's now 7 points behind Ethan Graham on 112, and Schauler on 107 points. So 36 points in separating Edwards to Schauler in 6th position.
It's pretty close at the top, and we've still got another 2 rounds, or 2 races today, and then another 2 rounds after this.
Yeah, indeed. So let's have a look then, see what drivers. Volbrecht say the BMWs, yeah, they're undrivable on the straightaway.
I'm sure he wasn't complaining at Dragon Trail last season.
Oh, definitely not. No, definitely not. Sharp likes to be in a singing mood, I'm guessing.
Potentially, it might be distracting him from the race.
Right then, so we'll have a look then at the tyres. Who drivers are going to use the medium tyres? So, Sharp is going on to the set of mediums, which will be the 2nd use of his mediums in race 2. So that means he's got a pair of race 3s left now. Volbrecht is staying on the soft, so it looks like he's going for a medium 3rd stint. Liam New is getting rid of his 2nd, I think it is. Yeah, 2nd medium tyres for race 2. Edwards staying on the softs. He's got 1 set of mediums left to his name for race 2. Clements using softs in race 2, which means he will use his 2nd set of mediums for race 3. Wiesenborg, who was hanging in, replacing James Hunt's one, he's using his 1st set of mediums. McIntosh staying on the softs, so he's going to try and take advantage of the win from race 1, and then he's going to try and go for the double win like what he did at Spa, I believe it was, wasn't it? Was it Spa? Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was Spa earlier this season. Yeah, he took 2 wins out of that, so he's trying to replicate that yet again. Graham on the softs. Nicholas Cook will go for mediums for race 2. He's replacing Jay Hardy for that. Oh, he's just doing some donuts. Okay then. And Schauler is staying on the softs, and Piper, who already used the mediums for race 1, so he can go on to the softs for races 2 and 3. I tell you what's actually quite interesting. I've done a bit of totaling up here in terms of like the points and all that, because there was 11 points separating Edwards to Clements there. I was doing some averages in terms of where they finished from the super softs compared to the mediums. And what's quite intriguing is I think that's the reason why there was 11-point gap difference here, because in terms of the super softs, the finishes, Clements' average finishes of those 6 races prior to tonight has been 2.17. Edwards has got 2.33, so he's just slightly ahead. But when it comes to the medium tyres, Edwards' average finishes is 7.33 compared to Clements' 10. Actually, his average finish is 10th, whereas Edwards' average finish is 7th on the medium tyres.
Yeah, how well you do on those tyres and when you use them in an event can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, I mean, the top 4 in the championship, Clements' performances has been a 10th, 11th and 9th on the medium tyres. Edwards has done 11th, 6th and a 5th. He's like the best finished medium tyre performance, like so far this season. Graham's done 7th, 11th and 10th, and McIntosh has done a 12th, 10th and a 6th. That's his best. Anyway, race 2, got to get underway, and it is the results from race 1, and it is McIntosh from Volbrecht, Clements, Edwards, Graham, followed by Schauler, Liam New in 7th, Nicholas Cook in 8th, 9th is Sharp, Wiesenberg in 10th, and Piper in 11th. Hopefully Piper doesn't get into the back of Wiesenberg, probably will be. But anyway, engine notes rise, second race, another 7 laps around Mount Panorama is underway, and Edwards jumped the start. Edwards jumped the start. He got too eager to get going, and he's going to be shuffled down the pecking order. Not what he wanted there. He's going to probably go down into like last position because of that little jump start. But still, good start then for Schauler. One of the Honda drivers is off wide. That might have been
Westerborg.
Was it Westerborg? Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Just check to see if there was any contact with him and Piper. No, he just got shoved out. Yeah, I think he may have done it on his own. Edwards was just about on the inside of him, so... Oh, what's happened now?
New has just rammed into the back of Cook and kept the place.
Oh dear. So, here's another look at a replay. Let's see what Liam does. So this is just going down at the mountain straight away. Cook on the inside. Oh, he also had Lewis Edwards on the inside too, and oh yeah, that's Andy Deep back again.
Yeah, he lost 3 places in total because Piper got through as well.
And Piper's down. Yeah, Piper's now up into 8th place. Edwards has now gained 6th again after that bad start. But Clements, not a good start at all from him. He's lost a spot. But Schauler again, he's a bit of a demon starter. He qualified 8th in race 1, went up to 5th. And then he started 6th for this race. He's up to 3rd.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good start. Obviously, the BMW is now a good starting car. He's on the super softs. So, yeah, 2 very good starts from him. Hopefully his race pans out a bit better than it did in race 1.
So it is a Nissan 1.3 and it's a Ford 2.5 and it is a Team Dynamics 3.8, but Piper is on the charge as he's all over the back of Liam New. Oh, Liam puts a forceful block. Wow, that was a bit uncalled for, I have to say, from Liam. And he's on the grass and he keeps it going and he's gained a lot of time, but he has to slow down a lot there. But that was, I have to say, that was quite a bit unnecessary. He just drove, I mean, Piper made the move, but just that New just turned in on him.
Yeah, I didn't quite see that. I'll have to bring the stream up. I usually have it up to look at your replays.
Well, we'll have a look at it then for Piper. Yeah, that's a bit iffy there. That could be one for the stewards there to call, which is thankfully not me.
Yeah, Volbrecht got back past McIntosh. He sent one into the chase, and McIntosh got a bit scared off the road. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see the gap there, 1.7 seconds he is. So now you've got the 2 Nissans close together. Now you've got Ethan Graham side by side with Clements, and there's Edwards again all over the back of Ethan. Yeah, Graham had said to not try and go around the outside of the cutting. That's a one-way ticket to being put in the wall. Yeah, indeed. So anyway, Piper's now up into 7th place. Liam New is down to 9th, so he has gave the spots back up then, so he probably won't get penalised now because he did give up the spots. But there is then a look at Nicholas Cook. He is on the medium tyres and he's off on it, McPhillamy, and now New kind of slows down to give Cook the room back in again. Piper again, sideways, and Cook scrapes the wall into the S's at the skyline. And that's 8th place back again for Liam. Yeah, it could be the first time Cook has run on the medium tyre, so he might just be a bit caught out by the lack of initial grip you get from them. I mean, it won't be too bad then, because if he stays where he is, or he might lose more spots, he probably might start on the front row for the reverse grid race. And it looked like in the first half of race 1, he did look like he had good pace in that car, so we'll see if Cook can do something in race 3. Meanwhile, back up front, Volbrecht does have a 1.7 second advantage, but now McIntosh is stretching his legs away from Schauler, who is defending the whole gang of cars there. Schauler, Clements,
And you've got Ethan Graham. In fact, Clements trying to fake a look into Murray's corner. Goes back on the racing line. And Lewis Edwards there. 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Only separated by just about a second.
Yeah, Schauler can do the Alonso at Hungary thing for McIntosh. Hopefully he doesn't do a knock-on at Qatar for Fernando Alonso, though.
And there's a bit of a cleaner pass there as Piper didn't tear it in on Liam, what he did at the Conrod straightaway. So Piper gave 7th place back up, and then News back in that position.
Piper has the toe, though. He could have a go into turn 2. Oh, News kind of put him on the grass.
Ah, yes, I mean...
There was a gap, and then New moved slightly to the right and closed it.
You do have to question some driving style with Liam. I have to say, I mean, I don't want to hate the guy. I think he's a nice guy, but you've just got to question his driving style. I mean, to be fair, Piper, when Piper gave Nude the move, you know, he gave him a clean move. But whenever you try and pass Liam, he just try and blocks you off.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious he's not trying to do that. He's relatively new to this all, but no pun intended.
Oh, Piper's lost that McPhillamy, but kept it going. May have just touched the curb again. Right now.
He did well to not lose that in a rear-wheel drive car. That puts Cook back on them.
Just saw Clements there losing the rear out of the Forest Elbow, and now Ethan's going to get a good run. The two Nissans have scampered away from Clements in 4th place, and in fact Ethan's going to the inside on the Conrod straightaway. Edwards has lost a bit of ground as well, but looks like we're going to be side by side into the chase then. Nissan on, well, BMW on the inside, Mazda on the outside, and Clements holds on, and now that's allowed Edwards to rejoin this battle.
It's Clements doing the Alonso job more than Schauler.
Yeah.
Schauler's getting away.
Yeah, Schauler has definitely got away. Yeah, 1.6 seconds now. Looks like there's a bit of dust being kicked up. That might have been Edwards there. Might have just run a little wide out of Murray's corner. But he's all over again, the back of Ethan as we start lap 4 out of 7. It's Volbrecht with the lead. Then it is McIntosh 2nd, Schauler 3rd, Clements 4th, Ethan Graham 5th, and Edwards in 6th. And the championship is definitely going to be a lot more closer come 3rd race.
Yeah, McIntosh has not been gaining on Volbrecht. Volbrecht holds the fastest lap, but if he can take a P2, that wouldn't be a bad result.
Yeah, it's still 17 points though for 2nd place, where Edwards is 6th place. That's only 11, so it's like 6 points gained. 10 points. 7 points will be gained there, so the gap will be just 4 points behind Edwards coming into the final race of the night.
Yeah, but obviously McIntosh would be towards the back on the medium tyres, whereas Edwards and Graham would be more in the middle of the track with the medium tyres. So, but he does have a fast starting BMW. Yeah,
I was just about to say that, you know, McIntosh does have the power of the BMW, especially on the start. So it's going to be intriguing to see what, you know, these drivers are going to do. I think Clements will also start the race on mediums, Ethan too. So
I think most of the field will be.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tasty race for you to see what happens here. Graham thinks about making a look there. Clements there losing the rear out of Forest Elbow. Now back
Clements
onto the long straightaway.
Clements has flashed his hazards. I don't know what he's trying to intend, whether he wants to work with Graham. Graham
he's
wouldn't
putting
like
a balk.
that one.
Yeah, Graham flashing the lights back at Clements. He's still flashing. He's not too happy.
Maybe Clements flashing the lights is his way of saying, work with me. But I think that's a stern no from Graham. He wouldn't have been pleased.
Nah,
unless there was something we didn't see that Clements isn't happy with.
Well, I did look at the before the Conrad straightaway down at the, I think it was at the Dipper, where Clements lost the rear. Now I don't know if Ethan may have had a slight tap on the back of the BMW, which made him be like that, but don't know.
So maybe Clements feels he was pushed to pass, but obviously we don't know. We're just speculating.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, let's go through down the pecking order then, because we haven't seen a lot of the other drivers then. Liam New in 9th. Nicholas Cook running a little wide in 9th. Sorry, New was in 8th place. Then Nicholas Cook in 9th. Doing a stand job, actually, in the mediums. Then Wiesenborg and the other mediums in 10th. And Sharp in 11th. He's also on the medium. And he's also flashing the lights as well. So, out of the places, I think New's on mediums, isn't he?
Yes. Also,
Okay,
I don't know if it's just me or what, but your headset is quite crackly.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's like little crackles when you speak. I don't know if just unplugging it and replugging it would help or what, but just every now and then you go crackly.
Is that better?
It sounded a bit better.
Okay. Well, I hope so.
You were still understandable, but there was just these little pops whenever you were
Oh, were
speaking.
there? Oh, I couldn't even hear it on my end. Oh, well. Well, I'm just hoping it's all good in the on the chat, though. Oh, if anything. Oh, if it's all good, then I'll...
okay now.
Right, lovely. Right, so New is the best placed medium racer, but he's coming under some pressure now from Cook. Cook's starting to get some momentum now, driving those medium tyres, as he is within slipstream distance now of New.
Yeah, if Cook sort of sets around where he is, barring any mistakes or anything, he could be a favourite to win race 3. As New's hit the wall out of Forest Elbow, that should set up a move for Cook.
Yeah. And again, we see what Liam does on the straightaways. He doesn't like to go race on the straights. He likes to weave left and right. Let's see what he can do. Bit of grass kicked up from New. He's trying to go defensive, but it's just going to be all in vain, isn't it? And through, back into 8th now goes Nicholas Cook. He's having a decent race on those mediums. Oh, here comes New.
Yeah, here it comes. Oh, whoa, New's not even made the corner himself. Oh, they just about make it.
And Cook this time... Yeah.
He gave Cook a rather wide berth after what happened with Piper.
And this time Cook didn't get shoved off like what Schauler did in the first race to Cook. So there you go then. So Cook back up into 8th place.
Edwards, surprisingly, hasn't found a way past Clements like Graham did. He's got a good run here, but Clements is just going to set on the inside.
It could be... Here we go, then side by side down the mountain straight. Oh, did Clements may have missed the exit. Now, is that going to give Edwards an opportunity? He's going to go around the outside at the cutting. That's a very brave move. He can make it stick there. It scrapes the wall. Keeps it going.
He didn't have the sense to do what Graham did earlier and not try that. You can try it if you're fully alongside or even a bit ahead, but when it's front bumper to rear wheel, never going to happen in a million years.
It looks like Clements is really struggling in this second race. It looks like the pace has disappeared from him.
Yeah, I don't know if he's flustered because he's constantly had to defend from Graham or Edwards that he's not really had the chance to do in normal laps. He's having to defend into 4 or 5 of the corners every lap.
Oh, yeah, scraping the wall, and again, Clements feeling the pressure. And again, he just slides the rear out there. I mean, that BMW looks very tail-happy. Yeah, definitely not getting to grips in this race, but will Edwards get a run on the longest straightaway in Australian motorsports? There's enough captors to Mazda in there. And then just going into the chase, though, Edwards have the outside, but it will go to the inside. This is what Volbrecht did in the last lap of race 1, and Edwards has run wide into the chase. Oh, and that's just a carbon copy of New and Cook.
Yeah, I think Edwards knows there's just a lap to go, so he's got to get quite the hurry up.
As New lost it again at the chase, but didn't get into Cook, so that's okay, that's fine. But anyway, last lap then for Volbrecht, and it's just weird to shout that this will be his first win of the season.
Yeah, he's not adapted to the Mazda quite as well. I mean, Edwards, in practice at least, is showing what it can do. Of course, he has this habit of being super fast in practice and then bottling his races.
And
it should have been 2 easy wins for him, starting on Supers.
Here we go then, side by side into the cutting. Clements on the inside, Edwards on the outside. Clements just about holding on. He'll need a longer break after this and probably a new set of boxer shorts, because he would have been sweating this whole entire race, defending his life. You know, it's been absolute nightmare this year for Clements, but he's still holding on to that top 5. But Edwards, his championship protagonist, is all over the back of him.
Yeah, he's got basically just one more time through the chase to defend, and they should be okay, unless Edwards tries something crazy into Forrest's elbow or Murray's.
Looks like Schauler's going to be content to finish in third place. He's going to allow his teammate to finish second. But, there we go. Ethan Graham, bit of a quiet race for him. Fourth place, not really gaining that much on Schauler, just ahead.
Edwards has blown his chance.
Yeah, I was just looking at the gap then, because he's now out of slipstream distance.
He hit into the back of Clements on the downhill and lost a lot of speed.
Yeah, you see the gap up to a second. So finally, a bit of daylight then from Clements from his rearview mirror. He won't need to defend now.
New's got some interest now from Sharp and Westenborg. He's somehow lost
a lot of time
to Cook.
Yeah, indeed he has there. Yeah, we're going to keep it out on that then. So Volvo versus Honda versus Renault. It looks like it's going to be a free wide formation at the finish line. Oh, goodness me. Liam, there's someone on the outside, man. Volbrek gets his first win of the season. Here comes McIntosh to cross the line. Second place. Third place for Schauler, some sixth on the grid. Ethan Graham in fourth. And it's going to be Clements is going to hold on for fifth. Then Edwards in sixth. But we've got to pay our attention to this battle for ninth place. And where's Riestenborg? Where's he disappeared to? Oh, he's off. He went off.
He went way too wide at the chase.
May have misjudged the braking point, and again the car understeered, and that's it. That's a new line from for that corner. But anyway, Liam New just crossed the line, 9th place. Sharp will cross the line at 10th, and Wiesenborg will start 11th, but he will be starting on the pole for race 3, the reverse grid order. So there we go. Then Volbrecht, it's took him, 11 races, but he's finally got his first win of the season, and it's going to really make the championship very, very close, I have to say. So, well, you sort out the lobby for race 2. Fast lap as well to Ethan Graham. So that's another championship point gained for Ethan. So Volbrecht now becomes, to my calculations, he is now the 7th different winner in the 11 races so far. That's a pretty good go, and that's pretty much closing up the record for, I think, what was it, season 14 or season 15? We had at least 9 different winners or something. We're getting very close to it anyways. We could have a first time winner in race 3 with all these championship contenders starting on the medium tyres. So there you go. Right then, have you sorted the lobby out then for race 3?
Settings changed, it's just loading.
Right then, so you can do the unofficial results and I'll sort out the points.
So Volbrecht, with his first win of the season, or nearly champion of last season, took until round 11 of this season. McIntosh 2nd place, Schauler 3rd, making it a double podium for Nissan. Graham 4th, Clements just held on to Edwards at the end for 5th over Edwards in 6th. Piper up to 7th, surviving his incident with New. Cook recovering from his incident with New to beat him by 9 seconds, with New 9th, Sharp 10th. Westenborg 11th, and it was Graham fastest laps, with double fastest laps for the Ford Mondeo team.
Oh, there's definitely been a mover and shakers in the championship. Edwards still holds the lead, but the gap is now down to 4 points. It's now Xavier McIntosh that now holds 2nd place. He's on 149 to Edwards is 153. Clements on 145. Then there's a 12-point gap to Ethan Graham on 133. And then you've got his teammate Volbrecht now on 132. So Volbrecht is making a real statement, especially the second half of the season, with a win and a 2nd place and a pole to his name. And Schauler with that 3rd place, he's on 122. So now there's only 8 points separating the top 3 in the championship, with both of these drivers, pretty much all of the drivers, especially in the top 6, are going to start on the medium tyres.
Yeah, and I hope one other thing you've noticed is the time of day and the light conditions.
Yes, we are gone into night conditions, so we're going to have a bit of night racing along here. I think the last time we had that was it the Tokyo race? Season 8?
Yeah, it was lighter conditions than this, because it was a street track and it's obviously floodlit. But this, there's no floodlighting other than pretty much the pit straight.
Yeah, indeed. This is going to be an absolute test for the drivers. So we'll go through the order then. Schauler using the mediums, followed by Edwards, who's also using the medium. Schauler's used 2 of his medium tyres now in race 3. Edwards using the first of his medium tyres of 2. So Liam New, he used the medium tyres in race 2, so he's got 2 softs. Clements, oh god, that's a scary camera angle, whoever that was there. Jesus, that scared the crap out of me. So Clements is using the second of his medium tyres for race 3. Then McIntosh is using his second medium tyres for race 3. Volbrecht is using the first of 2, as well as Ethan. Sharp, he already used mediums in race 1. So there's Ethan for race 2. That's the first of him. We saw Nicholas Cook use a set of mediums in race 2, and Piper use a set of mediums in race 1. So we could have another potential first-time winner of the season. Could be Sharp, could be New, could be the new guy, Nicholas Cook, making his debut. We ain't seen a guy winning a debut race. I think Volbrecht did. And then you also had this guy, I believe. No, sorry, it was Nashel. Yeah, Roy Nashel winning at the Nürburgring. So let's see if Cook can, because he'll be starting 8th, so that'll be what, 4th on the grid? So watch out for Cook, because he could be leading into the first corner here. But we also want to see a Sharp do well here. Sharp's actually done pretty decent in these 2 races. Ain't seen a lot of him.
Yeah, he's been slow but solid. Not slow as in literally, but so you know.
No.
He's been doing his own thing. He's been getting on with it. He nearly had 9th off New at the end of the last race. So he's going to start towards the front at this one on the super softs with
New,
Westenborg.
Cook, Westenborg, and Piper as well. Forgot to mention Piper.
Yeah, Piper. Yeah, he's going to be in the middle there on the super softs, but he dislikes this track so much and is quite slow at it, so I don't think even he expects himself to win as much as he hypes himself up.
Yep, it looks like the chat's all having a karaoke session, and we're missing out on it, Liam. We're missing out on it.
I've been involved while you were speaking.
Oh, have you? What did you type?
Well, they were all singing I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys, so I popped in some Barbie Girl in the middle of it, because why not?
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna...
Let's keep it clean. Not that Lewis Edwards did.
Oops. There you go. Here's a classic. Here's an absolute classic there.
It was everyone in unison singing one song, but now there's about 8 of them going on. Yeah, everyone was doing one song at one point, but there's just every sort of song going on.
That's the kind of banter that we have in this championship.
You say banter, I just call them all morons.
Right, Liam's telling you get the go around then, so it's enough karaoke now, and we get the serious stuff now, back to business. The last race of the night, under the lights at Mount Panorama. It's going to be an absolute scare for these drivers now. And with it being reverse grid, so this is going to be fairly intriguing. So this is how the reverse grid will look. And it will be Wiesenborg on pole, followed by Sharp second, New third, Cook in fourth, Piper fifth, Edwards, Clements, Graham, Schauler, McIntosh and Volbrecht. That completes the field. This is going to be really good. I've got a taste of this. This is going to be exciting here. Here we go then. Sharp on the front row with Wiesenborg. Lights out, away we go. Good start actually there for Cook in the Honda. And he looks like he might take the lead, actually going into Hill Corner. He's side by side with his teammate. They make contact. Oh, Cook and Visa make contact as the dust flies there from Lewis Edwards there. Bit of flashing of lights there from pretty much all the drivers there. But Sharp is now enabled with the race lead. And Wiesenborg and Cook make contact. And Cook back down to 4th place. He could have the lead.
Yeah, Cook was sort of halfway alongside, but Westenborg just turned in like he wasn't there. Oh, Westenborg nearly killed Sharp.
Yeah, thank God he didn't, but it's enabled New now to go into 2nd spot, and Cook, the rookie, now into 3rd place as we ride on board with the rookie sensation that is Nicholas Cook. And he look at the visibility. You can't even see the guy ahead now. Well, he does now. But you literally cannot see as they go up the mountain. Look, there's no lights at all at the side. This is just a definite scary experience now with these drivers.
Yeah, I've raced in these conditions. You can see less than what the spectator cam can, but one thing the drivers love in these conditions is flashing lights is actually a distraction tool.
Edwards is up to 4th place.
Normally you don't notice it.
Yeah, look at Edwards, he's up to 4th place.
Yeah, on the medium tyres he could potentially sniff a podium, because on the mediums, he could be around the pace of New and Sharp.
And again, New defending. New really holds up the field.
I didn't see what New did there. I saw that Edwards slammed into the back of Cook. I was on board with Edwards.
Yeah,
I didn't see what happened further up.
I think Cook was trying to make a move, but then I think New kind of braked a little bit early down the Forest Elbow. And it just concentrated into like a domino effect. Anyway, New side by side with Sharp for the race lead into the chase, and that is put New into the lead now. Although he runs a little wide in the middle of that corner, but kicks up the dust, but still now into the lead. So then coming to complete the first lap. Oh, what's happened? With squealer tyres. That's Cook. Oh no, I was going to say Natalie again.
He nudged Sharp ever so slightly, and then Edwards has flown into the back of him. You can see Edwards is waiting. He's going to fall down to 10th place.
Here's a replay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Cook didn't know where the braking point is for Murray's corner.
Well, he braked a bit late because he nudged Sharp, but then Edwards came flying in. I tell Edwards he does this all the time. He'll have cars ahead of him fighting, and he'll still brake where he did in qualifying and fly into people. He's quite known for it.
Well, he's trying to have a look on the inside, but this could be big as well for the championship coming into the penultimate round of Blue Moon. With Volbrecht does not really improve.
Look at McIntosh in 4th.
Oh yeah, McIntosh, yeah, he's now sits 2nd in the championship. He could potentially take the championship lead with Edwards down in P10.
Yeah, he's sort of, we haven't really noticed him. He's snuck his way up from 10th.
And Clements is in 3rd.
Yeah, Clements has gained about 4 or 5 places. McIntosh has gained about 6. Piper's flashing his lights. He loves to do that at night time.
I think he's
Why
trying
is he
to
doing
put
good
off Mackin
at Bathurst at night time when he can't do it in the daytime?
I don't know, not a clue. Oh, Clements hits the wall very hard out of the S's, and now McIntosh is all over the back of him. This is 2nd and 3rd now in the championship, battling for 3rd and 4th. Now it looks like that Cook has improved. Now he's up into 8th place. Now he's alongside his teammate Wiesenborg. That's 7th place. Now his next target is Schauler. Meanwhile, there's movers and shakers going on for 5th place there. Piper all over the back. Look at the visibility with those lights. You literally just can't see them. Oh, yeah. Wow.
The funny thing is for Cook, he probably wouldn't have been involved in that trouble if Westenborg didn't have him off the road at turn 1.
No, definitely
he could have
not.
Been off into the lead and gone.
Yeah. It's a tremendous battle though for 3rd place, and it involves all BMWs, including, well, it's a team dynamic sandwich that the McIntosh is faced in, and you can see that Cook is really flying. He's now all over the back of Schauler, riding on board with him again. You can tell he's flying. He's hit the fastest lap of the race. He's up to 6th place.
And that was with 2 overtakes. I mean, he'll have to do a hell of a lot of overtaking, but there's a chance he can get to New still.
I mean, the gap is only 5.3 seconds, and there's 5 laps to go? That's a second a lap. It's definitely doable.
Yeah, McIntosh is having a look at Clements. Clements runs him wide. That's going to let Piper through.
It does, yeah. So the team dynamics 3-4. McIntosh down to 5th there. Cook just slightly scrapes the wall off of the cutting. Now, what's Piper going to do? Is he just going to play the team game, or will he actually go for a move on Clements?
He'll probably think, I let you through a few weeks ago. It's your turn to let me go.
Bearing in mind, though, that Clements is on the mediums and Piper's on the softs. That's another factor to come in.
Clements might think that when Piper was on the mediums in Spa, he let him go, but of course they have about 3, 4, 5 cars all tucked up behind them.
I want to see where Cook is. He's all over the back now at McIntosh. He is really caught up on the back of this battle for 3rd place. Now he's just got to show a little bit of patience here now, does Cook. His heart will be absolutely thumping that he does have the faster car. Oh, he's losing the rear of the Honda. Oh, the Schauler getting to the back of him. It's a mess behind him, though. There's Edwards catching up to the back of Wiesenberg as well as Schauler. And now looks like Piper and McIntosh are side by side up the Conrad straightaway.
Yeah, Piper's just crawled back into the toe of Clements, which is going to save him.
Bit of dust being kicked up from going into the chase now into that corner. Careful, Cook. Don't get into the back of someone. More dust being kicked up from Clements up there in 3rd place. But now McIntosh is back into that 4th spot. Now Cook has got to find these guys one way or another here, because, you know, there's a potential win at stake here, and he doesn't want to be stuck behind the likes of Piper, McIntosh and Clements. But he's also got to be careful, because they're also fighting for the championship.
Yeah, I mean, it shows his pace. He's stuck in all these cars, and he was only a 10th off new until Graham took the fastest lap on the medium tyres.
And there's been no improvement from Graham. Where on earth is Ethan? There he is, down in 9th place. Volbrecht still in 11th place, so something must have happened to Volbrecht on the opening lap or so for him to be that quite far back. Meanwhile, back up front, New, 1.3 second disadvantage over Liam New over this insane battle that's going on for 3rd. Oh, and it's contact with Cook and Piper going into the cut-in. Oh, Piper losing the rear. Did he get into McIntosh? I think he might have done.
I think he did, but then I think it slowed them both up, and I think Cook has then sort of nudged into them, because he wouldn't have had time to react from Piper being slowed down from the contact.
Yeah, oh, he was... that's... So here we go, then into the cut-in. Oh, I mean, it's difficult. I mean, when you're racing at night, it's very, very difficult, and... Yeah, that could be a little bit iffy there for the stewards, but meanwhile, it's now put Cook into 5th place. And you can see McIntosh is down to 6th position. But I mean...
Yeah, Cook's chances are going away. He's up to 7 seconds behind. So I think only Liam New can stop himself from winning this race.
I mean, still Sharp having a good race in 2nd spot. It'll be by far his best finish of the season. Definitely with the 3 consecutive 7th place finishes he had in the 2 races in the opener and the first race in Spa in round 2. Lord, dust actually being kicked up.
Piper. Cook's waited. I think he's nudged Piper through the chase. Oh,
there's more dust being kicked up, and I think that's Edwards also. Oh, that's absolutely concertinaed into what happened here.
I think Piper got nudged by Cook, but then Piper's done a pretty unsafe rejoin.
Oh, yeah, that was, yeah, definitely. And he moved out of the way, fair play. Oh, that was really messy. And, well, I don't know what happened to Edwards, because Edwards was quite a bit back from Cook.
Yeah, he's back down to 10th. He's gone behind Graham and Volbrecht.
Right then, Cook back on the inside of Schauler, so that's P6 now. Piper looks like he went a little wide out of the cutting. Oh, double overtake here. McIntosh just hits the barrier, see the sparks fly, and now Cook back up into 5th place. I think realistically the best place he can finish now is 3rd place now. He's now, what, 9 seconds behind the leader, Liam New.
Yeah, he definitely could have won the race if it wasn't for Edwards and Volbrecht. Not Volbrecht, sorry, Westenborn. I got my Dutchies mixed up.
I mean, this is just bizarre. This is, I mean, what can you do? I mean, look at it. If you Edwards said, you just see a buntload of cars there. You got Piper in there. You got Showley. You got the two Fords there. Motor's been kicked up. This must be an
Edwards.
Yeah, if you're Edwards, yeah.
You just have to hope they trip over each other, which is very possible right now. Because I mean, this is basically 4th down to 10th.
Pretty much in a nutshell, yeah.
It's been a chaotic race of being difficult to overtake, which is playing into New's favour because the faster cars are not able to get to him. Here comes Cook on Macintosh, though.
Here we go again. Let's ride on board then with your could be potential new race leader. To the outside, to the inside now goes Cook, and that's 4th place gained. Now, can he get 3rd place on Clements?
It's possible. Only 8 tenths to go, and he's got the soft tyres.
Fastest lap then set by Liam New, only just by 0.02 of a second. So New getting quicker and quicker, but he is still leading the race. The gap now up to 3.5 seconds now.
I think if Cook can get a lap without having to make overtakes or being held up, he could take the fastest lap.
Oh, Piper's gone very wide out of Hell Corner. I don't know if you had help. May not have, but he's come back into line behind Showler.
It's Piper. He probably did it to himself.
Now then, let's see. Cook again, 4th place. Clements. Oh, was that a push to pass on Clements? They're free abreast then. This could get very messy going into the cutting. And it's it's put McIntosh up into P3, but I don't know if it was a push to pass there from Cook on Clements. Here's a replay.
Yeah, I didn't quite see.
No, he didn't. No, Clements lost the rear. He lost the rear, but there was contact. But before that, Clements did lose the rear. Well, he's got up into P3 now.
Yeah, I think Cook and McIntosh slightly came together. I didn't quite see how or what caused it.
McIntosh scraped the wall out of the cutting, but I think he may have did it by himself.
Oh, McIntosh has gone into the back of Clements, and Showler's trying to fit in there. And then Piper's
this is
there.
A mess. This is an absolute mess. Someone's gone very scraping the wall. Was that Edwards? This is an absolute mess, and we've got one more lap to go, and you can see 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Now you've got the two teammates there side by side.
And Edwards and Volbrecht are side by side. I think it was Volbrecht who had a bad run, but Graham's going to bump draft him.
Graham's going to bump draft Volbrecht, yeah, up the Conrad straight away, and then to start the last lap of this absolute frantic race. But watch out for Edwards. He's diving it to the inside. Look at this. You can't separate 4th all the way down to 10th place. I bet they'll be all thankful that this is the last lap now.
Oh, and Cooks had an invisible wall.
Oh, the potential podium. And Showler's being turned around as well. Oh God, Cook, you had a potential podium in the bag, and here it is again. Let's see.
I wonder what happened to Showler. Was he helped, or did he go on his own?
Oh, that's disaster. Well, here we go. Oh, I tell you what, that was Volbrecht being very forceful on Showler.
Yeah, I'll watch in the stream, see if I can catch it.
Oh, wow, this is just some intense racing. So we're looking at we'll look at from Volbrecht's point of view at the front. So there's Edwards there. You'll see Cook going off here. He's at the invisible wall. Smoke flies up. Edwards forces a move on the inside of Showler, and then that allowed Volbrecht to go through the pair of them, but in turn makes contact with Showler, so he's gained 2 places now. So he's up to 6th place. Edwards in 7th.
Yep, that's Edwards doing what I said he does. He brakes where he wants, regardless of what others are doing, and it's ended up with Showler being punted out of a good position.
I wouldn't be in that party chat after now, Liam. I wouldn't be in the party chat with Lewis and with Showler at the same time.
it's not really punishable, even though it's a thing I've called him out for many, many times.
Well, I bet Liam New will be absolutely glad there. He's just weaving left and right because he's got one more corner to go. Unless he doesn't mess up, we're going to have an 8 different winner in the 12 races so far. Here he comes then, down the little short chute into Murray's corner. And Liam New, he won at STDAsh84 B in season 5.
In the chase.
Oh, he is. He's gone off in a huge way. Meanwhile,
So
Liam New takes the win. Volbrecht is off there. Sharp across the line in second place. Much needed. We'll have a look at a replay. But there was goal going on at the chase here. So let's see. So you've got Graham and Edwards side by side. Volbrecht must have played really early. And oh my goodness gracious me.
I think Edwards just let Schouler through. I think he realised he was the cause of Schouler's death by lunging in.
And Edwards was... Well, I'll tell you what, that was a very frantic last lap, and oh my. Well, I think we should race here more often in the night. What do you think?
Well, first time ever, and I mean, it certainly gave chaos.
It certainly did. So, come next season, I think that'll be back on the cards again. Right, let's pull up the unofficial race results then. So, there you go. You can hang out the results here again. But Liam New, first winner this season. Like I says, it's his first win since race 2 at STDAsh back in season 15. In fact, I'll do it then. So Sharp, best result of the season for him, second place. And it was Clements that ended up being in third place. And it was Piper in fourth. The mess that was going on behind that lot then. McIntosh fifth. Volbrecht gets sixth. Graham seventh. Schouler eighth. Wiesenborg got ninth. We didn't see a lot of Wiesenborg. Edwards 10th, and there was poor Cook, Nicholas Cook there in 11th place, but it could have been a podium position for the New Zealander, but it all came unstuck at the Murray's corner on the penultimate lap, but there's definitely stewards are going to be very busy after race 3.
Very possibly. I mean, I've seen at least sort of 4 or 5 things that could be.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, it doesn't want to stop New's first win of the season. So driver of the day, what did you think? Who will be your driver of the day tonight?
I'll give it to McIntosh. He had a first, a second, and then a fifth on the medium tyre. He sort of made the most of it while his rivals were sort of fighting further down the field.
If I just quickly do the points right now, so Edwards finished 10th. That would only give him 6 points, so he would be on 159. McIntosh finished 5th position. Now, by my calculations, there's only 1 point separating McIntosh to Edwards come the penultimate round. Oh, this championship is getting tasty. And Clements also finishing in 3rd place. He's actually tied on points with McIntosh. So, barring with these 3 that don't make any, Stewart's inquiries or in trouble-wise, it will be McIntosh and Clements tied on 160 and Edwards on 159. Oh, dearie me, that championship is getting heating up. Anyway, we better end the stream because I'm getting carried away here. So, yeah, I cannot wait for next week. If there's there's going to be 1 point separating the 3 drivers at the top. So look forward to stay tuned as well for next week, definitely. So anyway, this has been the BTCC Championship Season 17, Round 4 at Bathurst, as Liam has ended the game. So we're going to end the broadcast. I've been Sean.
And I've been Liam.
And we will see you again next week.